The Phoenix Suns, and more notably Matt Ishbia, have gone and done something that we have never seen in the NBA. They have one of the most expensive teams ever on paper, and after last night, they now will not make the playoffs. This is absolutely crazy, and we're going to break down everything you need to know on that, and Devin Booker speaking out on the situation, even a little bit of a word from Coach Bud. This is your host, Joey Mercer, and make sure if you're watching this content there today to go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with our takes here on the NBA, as well as everything you need to know about the NBA. So without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand, which is the Phoenix Suns missing the playoffs, and this article comes from The Score. It's titled, Suns Complete High-Priced Flop Won't Make Postseason. This one right here actually is from the Associated Press. They have linked there for sure. And yeah, I mean, we know the issues with Bradley Beal this season. He's been completely average, putting up about 17 points a game, has a no-trade clause, and quite possibly the worst contract in the NBA. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant as well have played very good this season. Durant the better of the two, but realistically, this team should have made the postseason. It should have done a lot more with the price tag on it, but they don't really have a point guard, do they? They have Tyus Jones, who's the best backup point guard in the league, in my opinion. The only problem is he had to start. They didn't have a center. Nurkic struggled early. They moved him for Nick Richards, and that's not really the best situation either. They have three guys who love the ball in their hand, but only to do so to score, and that's not exactly the best team fit for sure on the Suns. Now let's dive right into this one. The NBA's highest paid team is officially among its lowest performers this season. The Suns, with a roster that include an all-star trio of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, were eliminated from postseason contention Wednesday night when they fell 125 to 112 to the shorthanded OKC Thunder with their 8th straight loss. Also not great. It's too late to be tanking at this point in time in the season. So I don't think that was intentional to lose 8 straight for the Suns, who are right there in playoff contention. In a sign at just how bad the season has become, all 8 of these losses were by double figures. Also, ouch. I mean, not great at all. News for the Phoenix Suns, or their fan base for that matter. The Mavericks wrapped up the final spot in the Western Conference play-in tournament, and the Suns will go home after the regular season finale against Sacramento on Sunday. And I just want to touch on that quickly. The Mavs have had several injuries, and they traded Luka Doncic. And yeah, Kyrie's out for the season, yet they make the playoffs, but this Suns team can't. Yikes, not a great situation at all for them. There's not one thing, or one person, or one player, or one coach that's the problem, said Devin Booker. When you've had a season this bad, it's a bunch of things. I think the most frustrating part is being that close a few years ago and now being back to where we are. Booker was referencing in 2021 when the Suns reached the NBA Finals before losing to the Milwaukee Bucks in 6 games. The franchise has endured an agonizing backward slide after adding Durant and Beal in a pair of blockbuster trades. The group never reached its perceived potential in 2 full seasons together, not even close. The Suns actually finished with a 49-33 record last season before getting swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. Now, the Timberwolves made the conference finals for sure, but yeah, no, that's not exactly the situation that they were looking for at all. Now, we can also see right here that it says that the season was even worse this year, with Phoenix at 35-45 and became less competitive as the season progressed. Durant and Booker have been fairly healthy and productive this year, but Beal has been hurt for big chunks of the schedule, and first-year coach Mike Budenholzer could never figure out a consistent playing rotation. At 36 years old, Durant was still one of the best scorers in the NBA, averaging about 27 points per game rounded, and making his 15th All-Star team. So obviously Durant, the best player on this team, as I mentioned a little bit at the top, over Devin Booker. Phoenix actually started the season with an 8-1 record, but Durant went down with a calf strain and tailspin started. Even when he returned, the Suns could never regain their early form. There's no answer for it. There's no words for it, Booker said after the Suns lost by 38 to the Warriors on Tuesday night. Once again, crazy bad loss, and yikes. Even when he returned, the Suns could never regain their early form. Nothing I can say can really make it better, And that's what Booker had to say against that one right there, re-entering the game at that point in time against the Golden State Warriors. Durant missed the past 5 games with a sprained ankle, which only exacerbated the free fall. Wholesale changes could be coming to the franchise over the next few months. Budenholzer, an Arizona native brought to the desert with much fanfare, might not be around to lead a second. I mean, they had some issues with him over in Milwaukee. I didn't think this was going to be a seamless and easy fit by no means either, after Frank Vogel basically being forced out. He didn't speculate on his future after Wednesday's loss either. It's pretty raw right now. It's pretty fresh, Budenholzer said. It's been tough, there's no doubt about it. We haven't been as good as we've needed to be and expected to be. The only player who seems certain to be on the Suns next year is Booker, who has played all 10 of his NBA seasons in the desert. He said establishing a better team culture, no matter who is around, will be critical to bouncing back next season. I think that's one of the steps that we skip, Booker said, learning through the wins and the loss, continuing to get better every day, no matter what the circumstances are. We had spots where we did it, but it has to be something that's turned on at all times. Definitely agree with Devin Booker right there. They need to learn from their losses, learn from their wins. What did they do right? What did they do wrong? He has a very good point there for sure. And in terms of Kevin Durant, he's getting older. He wants to win right now. He'll be 37 next season. So him sticking around in a situation that's not developing the way that he would look at to in a contending spot would definitely be a good reason for him to leave. Bradley Beal, I don't know if they'll ever be able to get off that. Hopefully he waives his no-trade clause, but wow, that contract and the no-trade clause for Bradley Beal is absolutely crazy, in my opinion. Now, this is just my take. Let me know what you got to think about on this down below in the comment section for sure. Let me know everything that you've got to say on this, the Suns in the future, or if you just want to drop some ball knowledge, let me know what you think about the Suns season. Was it a failure? I want to say yes, but let me know. Maybe you've got a different take. Make sure also to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications. This has been your host, Joey Mercer, and I'll see you in the next video.